Your mind is not hurting you. Your thoughts are. And most of those thoughts are not even true. Overthinking is one of the biggest enemies of peace. It turns small problems into heavy burdens. It creates pain that does not exist. It makes you fight battles inside your mind that will never happen in real life. The Stoics understood this deeply. They knew that the mind becomes chaotic, not because of what happens, but because of how we think about what happens. Seneca said, "We suffer more in imagination than in reality." Overthinking is exactly this. It is suffering in advance. It is replaying the past that you cannot change. It is predicting the future that you cannot control. It is drowning in thoughts that give you no solution. Overthinking makes you weak because it steals your energy. It steals your focus. It steals your confidence. It makes simple decisions feel heavy. It makes small challenges feel impossible. It blinds you to the truth and traps you in fear. The Stoic way teaches something simple. When you cannot control something, do not let it control your mind. Most people overthink because they want certainty. They want the perfect answer. They want a guarantee that nothing will go wrong. But life does not work like that. Life is movement. Life is change. Life is unpredictable. The more you try to control everything, the more your mind becomes a prison. Overthinking also comes from fear. Fear of failure, fear of judgment, fear of loss, fear of making the wrong decision. But the Stoics teach that fear is only a thought. It is not reality. It only becomes powerful when you believe it. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Your mind will take the shape of what you think most." If you think fear, you become fearful. If you think doubt, you become doubtful. If you think clarity, you become calm. So how do we break overthinking? First, you step back. You observe your thoughts instead of becoming your thoughts. When a negative thought comes, you say, "This is only a thought, not the truth." Second, you focus only on what is in your control: your actions, your attitude, your effort, your response. Everything else, people's opinions, the future, the past, let it go. Third, you simplify. Overthinking complicates everything. Stoicism simplifies everything. Instead of asking, "What if everything goes wrong?" ask, "What can I do right now?" Instead of asking, "Why is this happening to me?" ask, "How can I respond with strength?" Fourth, you act. Action kills overthinking. Movement breaks fear. When you act, your mind stops creating stories and starts dealing with reality. And reality is always easier than imagination. The truth is, overthinking is just mental noise. And like all noise, it becomes silent when you stop paying attention to it. The problem is not your mind. The problem is the stories your mind keeps repeating. When you change those stories, you regain your power. A Stoic mind is calm, steady, and clear because it does not chase every thought. It chooses what deserves attention. It chooses what deserves energy. It chooses what deserves space inside. You cannot stop thoughts from coming, but you can stop them from controlling your life. So today, remind yourself, I am stronger than my thoughts. I am not my fear. I am not my doubt. I am not my imagination. Stop overthinking your past. It is gone. Stop overthinking your future. It is not here yet. Stop overthinking little things. They don't deserve this much power. Return to the present. Return to your breath. Return to your control. Return to your strength. Overthinking is loud, but you can be louder. Choose clarity. Choose action. Choose the Stoic way. Overthinking does not start in the mind. It starts in the heart. It begins when you care too much about things that do not matter, people who do not stay, and situations you cannot control. The Stoics understood that the more attached you are, the more your mind suffers. When you expect everything to be perfect, your thoughts become your enemy. When you accept life as it is, your thoughts become your guide. Overthinking is like fog. It looks thick, heavy, impossible to walk through. But when you take one step, then another, the fog opens. This is why Stoics say, do what you can with what you have, where you are. Because the mind becomes clear only when you move. Thinking alone cannot solve everything, but action can. Most people overthink because they never learned how to trust themselves. They distrust their decisions. They doubt their strength. They question their value. But a Stoic sees themselves as capable, adaptable, and resilient. Epictetus taught that you already have the tools you need. You just forgot how to use them. When you trust yourself, your mind becomes quieter. When you doubt yourself, your mind becomes louder. Another reason for overthinking is comparison. You compare your life with others, your progress with others, your pace with others. You look at people online and think you are behind. But the Stoics remind us, the only person you should compete with is yourself. When you stop comparing, your mind stops drowning in unnecessary thoughts. You become focused on your lane, your journey, your growth. Overthinking usually creates two kinds of pain: pain of the past and pain of the future. The past tells you, you failed before, you will fail again. The future tells you, what if something goes wrong? But both are illusions. The past cannot hurt you anymore. The future cannot touch you yet. Only the present is real. Marcus Aurelius said, the present moment is all you ever lose. Overthinking steals that moment from you. To break this cycle, you must train your mind the Stoic way. Practice grounding yourself in the now. Ask yourself, what is happening right now? What can I control right now? When you bring your mind back to the present, overthinking loses its power, because overthinking lives only in the past and the future, never in the now. Another Stoic solution is acceptance. Not weak acceptance, but strong acceptance. Accept that some things will not go your way. Accept that not everyone will like you. Accept that life will not always be perfect. Accept that mistakes will happen. This acceptance does not make you weaker. It makes you unbreakable, because once you stop fighting reality, your mind becomes calm. Remember this: overthinking does not show intelligence. It shows fear. Confidence is quiet. Doubt is loud. When your mind becomes loud, sit with your breath. Calm your body. Speak to your thoughts with strength. I will not believe everything you say. This simple sentence gives you control. And lastly, understand that overthinking stops you from living. You miss moments, you miss opportunities, you miss peace, you miss growth. You delay your dreams because you are too busy thinking instead of acting. Stoicism teaches, don't wait. If something must be done, do it now. Action is the cure. Action is clarity. Action is freedom. So today, choose freedom. Choose presence. Choose self-trust. Choose courage. Don't let your mind become a battlefield. Make it a home. A calm, steady place where thoughts come and go, but you remain in control. Overthinking may knock on your door, but you do not have to let it stay. You have the power to silence the noise, return to your center, and live with clarity. This is the Stoic way. This is how you rise above your mind. This is how you stop overthinking and start living.